Hey everybody, Real Fan Man here. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday. Happy day, whatever happy it is for you. Welcome to Layout Update. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what it was. Probably 23 or 24. I don't know, but it'll be in the title, the correct update number. So this would be the new build update. We'll call it the new build update. So I'm going to try and briefly, and I say briefly, loosely, so it's probably going to be a long video, but I don't know. Anyways, so turn this light off here. That's a little better, right? I mean, I got the sunlight coming in, so you get there's that funky double slip, right? Yeah, it was after I uploaded that slideshow, as you guys have seen, past couple, well, this latest one with the double slip. Had me thinking, and I know a couple people commented about it. And double slip works great. However, utilizing it for that, and don't be scared, don't worry. This train has been running over this bridge, this makeshift bridge, for approximately 30 trips, maybe a little more. No problems whatsoever. So I'll show you that in a minute. But anyways. So I'm going to just pan around the room for you real quick, okay? So you can get a general idea of what I'm doing, or at least what it looks like, what I think I'm trying to do in my head and on paper, and I'll show you the layout plans that, I might change it. I'm not 100% sold on it. I'm kind of facing a little bit of a conundrum, because there's the fact that I want to have a continuous run train, not just for myself, like when I'm working on the layout, but for, the grandkids when they come over, they can just, they can run a train, or I can run a train for them, and, just let it go. And, so I'm kind of like, like I said, in the conundrum of, do I want to do a continuous run, or do I want to just do a straight up point to point and that's it, Whereas even on if I did a point to point, okay, this being potential 2-level layout, I could, until I get the second level up, just have a train running around on the first level. No big deal. I mean, I guess kids' attention spans are kind of like, kind of short, we'll say, because, they're young. So then it kind of led me to ask myself this: who am I really doing the continuous run for? Is it for them, or is it for me? Because I want to see a long train going, just along, around the layout for, at a decent speed, maybe take it like 5-7 minutes to get around, complete a full circuit. So I don't know. However, with that being said, I'm not trying to rush this. And I've said this before, I think in a comment or in another video, that this is going to be my last project layout build for this place that Rail 80 2020 and I live in. I'm not tearing this thing down again to rebuild it. Just because it's like, I don't know, it doesn't, it's a lot of work, not that I don't mind building, layouts and stuff. I've gotten pretty decent at it. I don't mind it. However, it is time consuming, and it does cost a little bit of money, but this time around it didn't really cost me a lot. It cost me a few bucks. For plywood and a couple of pieces of common board So I know Joe Rader had made a comment. It's like, it's got to be getting expensive building all these layouts, and they're like, a little bit, but not. It's not terrible. Like I said, I just bought plywood and I bought some common, a few pieces of common board and whatnot. Other than that, and some road bed. I did order some cork road bed, so I'm transitioning from foam road bed to cork road bed again. Although for my this will actually be the first time I've used cork road bed in a long time. Prior to way back in the day when I was building that little 2-foot by 4-foot module on the foam board. So I'm kind of excited to go back to cork road bed. Anyways, this is probably going to be a little bit of a long update. Not just because there's a lot to talk about, but I'm starting spring cleanups tomorrow. Rail Lady 2020 is going to help me out for probably quite a few of them because she took some vacation time, and so we're starting tomorrow, and it already looks like Wednesday and Thursday this coming week we're going to have a rain day because it's April showers for May flowers. But she does have a few days off the following week, so I can utilize her then and there, and then there's other odds and ends I need to do, so probably not going to be able to spend as much time in the layout room, train room as I would like to, but that's okay. So anyways, yeah, back to work tomorrow, but that's okay. I look forward to it. I'm excited. So we got the double slip here, and I know a few of you have asked about it, and you guys are probably like, oh man, why is he doing that? These things, I like this double slip, but as you can see it does make the auto racks look kind of funky going over it, even though as I explained to Dave, Crooked Dave there, this technically is part of the yard, so it would be restricted to yard speed, but even then, so it still looks funky. So what I planned on doing, and I'll show you that on the new plan I came up with this morning, before I did the family thing. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so we'll talk about that. The way I have it set up now is, I think it's best if I go down here. So this is representing the CSX Berkshire subdivision, which is kind of like their West Springfield yard. Their CSX yard is in West Springfield. And what I'd like to do is show you on the laptop Google Earth view, satellite pictures and whatnot of that sometime down the road. But Rail Lady 2020 is utilizing the computer right now to do some taxes, which is fine. But I'm going to explain it to you, and those of you that watch this, and when I show you that video, you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Or you can just Google Earth West Springfield CSX yard too. So basically it's right next to Springfield, Massachusetts. There's two sets, one on each side. Not the Pratt truss. I think they have the flat top. Unfortunately, this is the one that I had, so I'm going to utilize this and just get another one that is basically the same as this one. And also, too, not to mention, I mean, you guys probably figured it out by now, this is a Proto Lance layout, and it's going to be seriously condensed. Seriously condensed. And that's okay, though, because I'm only working in a 9-foot by 12-foot room, so I got to basically utilize, the space I have, and some things are going to be able to be in, and some things I'm not going to be able to put in just because I don't have the room, and that's part of model railroading, right? When you have a small space, you utilize the space you can for what you can. But I figured tearing down the other layout, the main reason was to have this open. This was like my main goal, and I have successfully completed that goal. So to start off with, there's going to be, like I said, 2 truss bridges like this representing the bridges that go into, heading west, the CSX West Springfield yard, okay, and then heading east, basically going into Springfield, and continuing east to, I believe it's Boston, which I also do believe it. I looked on Railguide, and it's like the Berkshire subdivision down the line, heading east, turns into the Boston subdivision. Boston subdivision or Boston division, something like that. I'd have to look again. They do have 2 tracks going over the Connecticut River. So again, if you Google Earthed it, you'll see, I think there's like 7 truss bridges on each on each line. So there's like 14 altogether, and obviously I can't put 14 or 7 even. I can't even put 7 or 2. So 1 and 1. This will be headed west into the yard. So the yard is going to be pretty much over here. I'm just trying to oh, hey Gracie, how you doing? Just watching my hand. So the yard's pretty much going to be over here. It's just a matter of how I want to design it, because here's the thing. They have, you know, it's a pretty decent yard, and they have classification tracks. When you're coming into the yard, right? They have classification tracks pretty much on this side. And on the other side, they have like a few tracks for intermodal, which I'd like to at least have 1 or 2 tracks for intermodal trains. I think that would be kind of cool, since I do have intermodal cars and whatnot. So with that being said, though, I would again have to seriously condense it down. And my plan for the second level, because I do want to have a second level on here, there's no helix. Originally I was going to have what you see here, which is mainline 1. That was actually going to be the track that was going up, and the incline was going to like start right here, and it would come up, it would go up 16 inches, and then it would stop, you know, it would travel the second level, blah blah blah. However, I changed the incline. Sorry if I'm moving you around, because originally I had it set for here, and I'm like, oh no, that's not going to work, because I need to put it over there. And then I'm like thinking to myself, no, but I need, when it goes up to the second level, I need it to be, I need the reverse loop up there that I'm going to put up to be accessible or easy to bring the train back down if I want to have continuous run, which is what I'm looking to do. And so I finally just decided to put the incline lead right here, which comes off of mainline 1. This would be mainline 2. This would be the incline going up. So it'll be about a 1/4 inch raise right here. And this is where it's going to get tricky. I'm going to have to use my so-called engineering skills to, because I'm going to have actually, there's going to be 2 tracks as part of the incline right here. I know I could do it. It's just a matter of how I'm going to build it. And anyways, but I'm not even worried about that right now. I know it can be done, but again, you know, we're gonna concentrate on the first level. So the incline though is gonna go this way. It's gonna go up, 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 and then pretty much, I believe, when it's all said and done, it should come up to the second level, like right about here. So anyways, that's enough about that. So mainline 1, mainline 2, these 2 tracks will be 2.5 inches apart on center. So there's definitely going to be enough clearance for those auto racks, because I did some testing, and you can see from all my lines right here, because I had forgotten exactly what I used before, and I'm thinking to myself, it can't be 2.5 inches, it's too wide, but 2 1/4 is way too close, and 2.5 just seemed right, so we went with 2.5 inches. Now originally my plan was to have mainline, well we'll just say mainline 1 come this way, and it was gonna hit the crossover, and then here's my reverse loop lead coming out, okay, and then it was gonna come around. Now one thing about the reverse loop, and I know it's kind of like, well, it's gonna be sticking out and all that, it was gonna be a removable piece, that I would kind of make, manufacture something that I could just take it out when I'm not using the reverse loop for a continuous run. And the same thing was going to go for the second level, which again is going to be another engineering feat on my hand. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it's going to get done. But then there's the thought of, do I really want a reverse loop? Oh man, it's like I can't make up my mind. So I've just decided that I'm going to go with it. We're going to see how it works, and if worst case scenario, before I get too, get going too much on scenery and stuff, I can just kind of like do that light work and take it out and all that fun stuff. So the reverse loop, again, temporary. It's going to come out here. I am extending this out. This side, and this side. It is going to come out 6 inches. I'm going to have an extra 6 inches, which is fine because I can still, even right here, I can still reach over comfortably. Even in the corner right here, I can still reach, I can still touch. I'll still have, when the second level's up, I'll still have plenty of room to get under. I'll have about, technically if I measured right, I should have from the top of here to the bottom of the second level, I should have 13.5 inches of space, which for this room and the slant ceiling, it should be perfect for me, because that's actually an inch more than what I had on the other layout. So okay, sorry if I'm all over the place here. I'm just trying to not drag this on for more than a half hour, because I know people have lives and stuff and want to watch other videos and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so the reverse loops, plan is just to have it come this way, and then it's going to make its way to mainline 2 somehow. So it's going to connect, and again, this is going to be the Connecticut River. These 2 trusses will have, it'll be on its own section that I can lift out, and it's going to basically, I'm going to try my hand at water too, so that should be interesting. That's not going to be for a while, but I'm hoping this year, maybe towards, I don't know, maybe towards the end of the year, a little bit before the end of the year, I can have this maybe buttoned up, but it's going to lift out as one. This area, when I get to it, will be its own little lift out, so when I'm not using it, I can lift it out, and then just be able to walk in and out, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's the Connecticut River. This is heading west into the yard. There's inner model. They don't really have a actually they do, I believe they do have a shed for the locomotives. I don't know where I'm going to put that yet, because right now I'm really just trying to concentrate on the main line. With that being said, along with yeah, I just lost my train of thought, no pun intended. Anyways, okay, so this is my technically my first draft. Okay, I'm gonna try and hold this as steady as possible. Let me see if the light will, I don't know if that makes it better. Looks like it, maybe not, I don't know. Let's go with the natural light. Sorry fellas, we'll just go over here. Alright, so this is the Connecticut River. Alright, so I'm utilizing two trusses. Here's main line 1, main line 1 right here, main line 2 right here. So main line 1 comes in, and then here's the lead for the incline, and which, by the way, will be, as you can see, it's going to be a 2% grade, and that is let's see, 0 to 4 inches and 16 feet. That's what I had for measurements before, a while back, when I think I did layout number, I don't know, 8, or my my first layout here. I think I was going to do first layout here, or my second layout here, I was going to do or I did a incline on the outside of the layout. Okay, enough rambling. So you got main line 1 that comes around down this way, and then I have it going into the double slip, which is going to be, this is going to be taken out. I'm going to utilize that for something else. And main line 2 comes this way, and I believe I'm going to have some kind of crossover right here, probably 2 left-hand switches right here, since I am taking this out. Because the thing is, when the train comes back down from the second level and I want to have a continuous run, you know, it has to, obviously, it's got to come back this way. So if I have a crossover here, it'll cross over on the main line 2, and then it'll come around and do the reverse loop, and then it'll go down main line. It'll go over the Connecticut River and travel this way, come back this way. Now picture 2 tracks right here, and I'll show you the other work I did. 2 tracks right here, it's coming down, and then it can come down. If I have a crossover over here, it could go back on the main line 1, or it can come down on main line 2 and then cross back over here, and then thus traveling east and then heading up the incline to get to the second level. And the second level, pretty much, if it's gonna, it should come out here. So the second level, just pretend this is the second level, right? It's gonna come up, and just for the sake of argument, we're just gonna have it kind of run this way, and I believe I was either gonna have a switch here, have it branch off and come around this way, so I could do the reverse loop on the second level, so it can come back down, and then boom, comes it back down here, blah blah blah. I know, it's, I don't know, I just want to have something continuous run, I really do, but we'll see. I'm leaning more towards it, yes, but on the same hand, I'm not. So, but more than likely, I'm gonna have it. So, it's all good either way. You know, I might also make it fun. I actually almost thought about doing a dog bone on this. You know, just have it just on this side and have a switch and coming over here and do some switching, and then. But I'm like, nah, I scratched that idea. So I came up with this morning. Took a little bit of time, just a few minutes, and took out the double slip. As you can see, I just moved it over. So I put again, to do what I want to do for continuous run, I would probably have to put some sort of crossover right here, and so it would basically come down, come down from the second level, come on main line 1, cross over to main line 2, and then it can come up, take the reverse loop, and then go down, catch main line 2 over here, go over the Connecticut River, go this way, come back down, cross back over, and then boom, right up to the second level again, and then reverse loop up on the second level, come back down, and there you go, cross over, blah blah blah. That's for a continuous run, or I should probably say a long continuous run, because if I didn't do the reverse loops, I could just have a train going up and just running around on the second level, and then have a train running around on the first level. But we'll see. I mean, I am still technically in the planning stages. As far as the main line goes, though, I'm pretty happy with it. I do need to figure out spacing though for the intermodal tracks that'll be on this side. Like I have two, they need to be a little bit apart or they need to be under concrete, which they might be under concrete. It would be better if I could show you the satellite view, which I'm hoping I'll be able to do soon. And when this is not in use, if I'm not running a train just around the layout to run it, this would be the yard lead right here. And I was going to say I could utilize this for like a drill track for the yard for switching on this end. And I'm pretty sure they utilize like probably this side more or less for switching the east end of the yard, because this would be, like I said, that's headed east, that's going east, and this is going west. Now as far as, I'll show you, this would be the east end right here, and there's plenty of industries to switch and whatnot on the east end. The only thing is space, where I would have to really condense some things. And my plan was to have the first industries go heading east. There's Astro Chemical, and it's kind of like there's like a branch line almost that goes off one of the main lines. So we'll just say it goes off main line 1, and then it's like a switchback, so it goes back to Astro Chemical, and then a little past that switch there is Casella Waste Services, so they take like trash gondolas and stuff. And then there's like 2 more industries after that, that would be probably in this area right here. If you can see where all that crap is, there is Joseph Friedman Scrap, and then there's like 1 more industry which I don't think I'm going to be able to model, and that's basically another waste. I think it's Republic Waste Removal Services. Excuse me. And down the line, if we keep continuing east, there's a Ready Mix Construction Services company, which I figured I could utilize the Big and Cement model that I put together, and that'll probably be in this area. So, you know, this is probably going to get pushed back a little further if I do, if I have the 2 switches back to back like that, unless I utilize like those small Pico switches for this, because realistically this is like yard trackage, so you know I'm not going to have like a high-speed train going over it, so I would be able to utilize it, and it would give me a little bit more room and probably knock this down maybe a couple inches down this way. So anyways, that's where I'm at. Sorry, I know it's a long video, but I felt like it was long overdue. Not to mention, I don't know like how much time I'm gonna have with starting back up with work tomorrow. It's already been pretty hectic for me. I've been doing some side jobs, a little here and there the past couple weeks. You know, getting equipment ready, making sure it works, just doing paperwork and getting a hold of my clients, and basically getting my list ready to go for starting tomorrow. And you know, I'm already gonna have to call a couple people and probably move them back to like not this coming week, but the week after, so like the week of the 8th. But it's all good. I'm psyched. I'm looking forward to getting back to work full time. My layoff season is over. had some decent snowstorms this year. Nothing major, but it was enough to, keep some money flowing, which is fine by me. And yeah, so I'm ready. I am ready to roll. Layout's coming along slowly but surely. I know I still got to make up my mind up about a few things, but I'll get there. This wasn't built. Rome wasn't built in a day, they say, right? So, but actually, you know what? What I wanted to do, just real quick, couple minutes. Gotta let this train pass. Testing out the CSX locomotive. I forgot which one that one was, but I know I got that one off of Denny. One of two. I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee here. Alright. Got a lot of videos to catch up on too. So I'm actually gonna stop that. So what I did just to kind of test the track and test the level and blah blah blah, I just made this makeshift bridge right here. Used a 1x2, nailed the track down. You can see I cut my track there. I cut my track there, and you can see I'm utilizing my NCE power board here for my programming track. So nothing special, just soldered a couple pieces of wire to each side of the main track there. You see I just got a clip right here, so I just kind of like unclip that. Do the same for the other side. I know, right? It's a hack job or what, man? Jeez, tell me about it. Unbelievable. So I had to use a couple spacers, as you can see right here, so I could level the track. It really wasn't horrible. It really wasn't horrible. There was just a little drop, which was, I thought it'd be worse than it was, but a couple little spacers there. And then pretty much it's just held on by a couple of nails that I popped into the bottom. Well, actually, before I showed them, I actually nailed them in here. And I put one right, you can see the holes. Right, nailed them in, and then I just snipped the, hold on, I'll show you. Sorry if I'm moving you around. Alright, a couple more minutes, guys, couple more minutes. So I used these nails right here. I made sure I drilled a hole through this into this, and then put it down, pushed it down as far as I could, snipped this off. This way I knew the holes lined up. And see if I can get it to focus here. Alright, come on, focus. Right there, you can see it. There's one there. And, sorry about that. And one right there. And then needless to say, it just bam, goes right in the hole. And there you go. See, pretty solid. Solid temporary. Trains go over it fine, as you saw. So, alright, that's enough of that. Hope everybody has a great rest of your Easter Sunday. Stay safe. Have a good work week coming up. As always, happy modeling. Take care, stay safe.